Welcome to How to Fix It. I'm John Avlon. One of the most urgent issues facing America and the world today is the apparent realignment by the Trump administration towards Russia, a pivot to Putin. There's been a long list of policy choices this administration has made right out of the gate to remove guardrails that had been around Russian attempts to interfere in our domestic politics, to remove barriers to kleptocracy. And of course, after kicking Zelensky out of the Oval Office, there seems to be a sense that America is, for the first time in our history, certainly modern history, aligning with an aggressor against a democracy that has been invaded. This threatens to upend the American-led order that was put in place after the Second World War, where an alliance of democracies held autocracies at bay. This is a time where we need to confront that fact coldly and coolly, and yet also point out, as our next guest does, that Donald Trump's pivot to Putin does not represent the vast majority of American opinion. It does not represent American tradition, which has been bipartisan. And there may indeed still be bipartisan coalitions that can be found to stop that desecration of America's deepest values. Our guest today has had a front row seat at negotiations with Vladimir Putin over a period of decades. It's the former United States ambassador to Russia, Mike McFaul. He is the director of the Freeman Spogli Institute for International Studies and a senior fellow at the Hoover Institution. Mike is going to talk about Vladimir Putin. He's going to talk about his assessment of this shift and what we can do about it as Americans to make sure that 4 years of a Trump administration does not mean the desecration of NATO and the abandonment of our fellow democracies. So in the last few days, the CIA has apparently cut off intelligence sharing with Ukraine in the middle of the war. The White House, Trump, ordered a pause on, quote unquote, pause on congressionally approved military aid to Ukraine, apparently in retaliation for the Oval Office meeting. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth ordered U.S. Cyber Command to cease offensive cyber operations and information operations against Russia. Before that, on her first day in office, Attorney General Pam Bondi ordered the effort to seize assets of Russian oligarchs and others, various kleptocrats, taken offline. She also ordered a halt on federal enforcement initiatives to combat secret influence operations of Russia. I mean, this pattern is stunning. When you see that pattern, the policies they are pursuing, not just the